Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you.
Disturbing facts that will probably disturb you even if you're not easily disturbed. After Dark edition. That's right, you guys. Today we're going to talk about all things X-rated. If you are offended by fornication and or squeamish, please keep swiping. Postcoital dysphoria is a common condition that causes intense feelings of sadness, anger, or distress after an orgasm. It could be linked to a hormone surge or in some cases past trauma from sexual assault. Not to be confused with post-nut clarity. Clitoral atrophy is a medical condition that can happen when the clitoris doesn't receive enough blood flow, causing it to retract into the body. It can happen if you go without sex for a long time. FGM, which stands for female genital mutilation, is the ritual cutting or removing some or all of the vulva. It is usually a religious thing, and it's majorly present in some countries of Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. And it's a lot more common than you would think. This is the reason to get you a short man, okay? Not super, super short, but a man that you don't have to wear heels with. Because if you are a female and you have experienced a climax in your life, then you will probably know that when you have that climax, your foot will do this. Now, wearing high heels can negatively affect your orgasm for that very reason. So certain high-end shoe brands developed the arch in their high heels to approximate the arch in a woman's pelvis when she is having an orgasm. The heels create a contraction in the pelvic floor, which is problematic because the pelvic floor cannot retract further during orgasm. So an orgasm is usually like going from 0 to 60. If you're already at 55 from wearing those heels, you're not gonna have the full experience. Don't wear heels. Get a short guy. Save your climax, ride a short guy. Speaking of female climax, the pulsations that a woman feels during orgasms are actually her uterus trying to gather sperm. Round ligaments that end in the labia majora rock the uterus back and forth during orgasm, so the cervix has the opportunity to potentially scoop up semen that may have pooled in the back of the vagina to enhance fertility. So, if you are trying for a baby, just remember that if you get your girl off, there is a much higher chance of her becoming pregnant. And on the opposite end of that, if you are terrified of getting a woman pregnant, do not give her any pleasure whatsoever. Promise it'll sort itself out. The world's largest recorded penis belongs to a 41-year-old New Yorker named Jonah Falcon, whose appendage measures 9.5 inches flaccid and 13.5 inches erect. So if you're curious as to what 13.5 inches looks like, it's 13.5 right there. My head for comparison. You ladies really think you want a stallion? Try fadoodling yourself with something this big. Let me know how it works out for you. The impulse to ejaculate comes from the spinal cord. No brain is needed, which makes perfect sense. What is it that Jack Black said in Year One? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. All my brain blood has traveled to my boner. The average male orgasm only lasts for about 6 seconds. The average female orgasm lasts for about 20 seconds. Gotta love being a woman. If you are right-handed, your left testicle hangs lower than the other one. And if you are left-handed, your right testicle hangs lower than the other one. Only 15% of the male population has a penis longer than 7 inches. Only 3% have a penis longer than 8 inches. And also, piggybacking off of that, the average length of the vaginal canal is around 2.5 inches. Now, during arousal, the depth can increase up to 4 to 8 inches, but generally speaking, 2.5 inches, baby, and you're bottoming out. Orgasms can lower a woman's risk of heart disease, stroke, breast cancer, and depression. Save a life. Give a gasm. 1 in every 200 sudden deaths happen during sex, roughly 1,500 deaths a year. Some very notable people that have died during relations. David Carradine, which it was a relation with himself because it was like autoerotic asphyxiation. Do not try that at home. And also former Vice President Nelson Rockefeller. He was getting his feller raw. The average speed at which semen is ejaculated is about 28 miles per hour. It's not legal to fire off that bad boy in a school zone for a few different reasons. A third of Americans aged 75 to 85 still participate in oral sex. Thanks for watching.